For lesson 1 of chapter 1, we're going to be evaluating expressions. So we're doing three things here. We're evaluating variable expressions, and then evaluating variable expressions with powers, and then we're doing real-world problem solvings with variables. First thing first, evaluate variable expression. What a variable is just a letter that can represent any number. In these cases, they actually tell you what the number represents. So all we have to do is plug in the number that it's telling us for the letter that it has. So we have 15x, and then tells you that x equals 4. So all we need to do is plug in 4 for x. So we need to do 15, and it was multiplying times x, so multiply times 4. 15 times 4 would be 60. Simple enough. Now we have w minus 8 when w equals 20. So plug in 20 for w. You'll have 20 minus 8. That would give you 12. Now we have 24 divided by f. And then f we know is negative 8. So if we're going to solve that one, we need to just plug in negative 8 for f. 24 divided by negative 8. If we solve that, that would give us 3. And then that would be a negative 3 because it's a positive and a negative. Let's look at some ones that involve some powers now. We have evaluate the expression x squared, and now we see that x is 3/4. So what we need to do is we need to do 3/4 times 3/4. Because that's what squaring things are, is multiplying it times itself. So 3/4 is what the x was, multiply it times itself. 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16. And that's as simple as this can get. You can't simplify that anymore. So our answer would be 9/16 when we have x squared. Now we have x squared plus y, and it tells us that x is 8, and then y is 6.4. So we need to do 8 squared plus 6.4, which is y. We plug that in for y. So 8 squared, let's do order of operations. That happens first. 8 times 8 is 64. So we have 64 plus 6.4, and that would give us, if you're doing your calculator, that would give you 70.4. If you can do that in your head too, that'd be great. So our answer would be 70.4 when we plug those numbers in. Let's look at a word problem then. The total cost of seeing a movie at a theater can be represented by the expression A plus R, where A is the cost in dollars of admission, and then R is the cost of dollars in refreshments. So A for admission, R for refreshments. Suppose you pay $7.50 for admission and $7.25 for refreshments. So we have A plus R for our variable expression here. Plug in the $7.50 for A. Plug in the $7.25 for R. And then we could solve it and get our answer. This would give it, if you do it in your head or your calculator, 14.75, and you put a dollar sign in front of that. That's what the total cost would be, $14.75.